Welcome to class of physics. This is fourth video lecture. In previous videos we studied about multivibrators. In this we are going to study about integrated circuits. Let's see first what is integrated circuits and limitations, advantages of integrated circuits. Okay. Yeah. The circuits that were made previously are very large and bulky. These large and bulky circuits consist of resistors, capacitors, transistors, diodes, inductors, etc. And there is a requirement of connecting wire to interconnect between these electronic components. So this is limited to only large electronic devices. So it was not possible to create small and compact because these electronics materials are larger in size. When you connect more and more, the device becomes bulky. So there should be a development to make these electronic components in smaller size, otherwise we have to reduce the number of components. So such kind of development leads to an integrated circuit. Here integrated circuit, so that we call it as ICs. Simply we call it as chip. Okay, integrated circuit chip. So it is a small semiconductor material, that is a chip made up of semiconductor material that mounts entire circuit on itself. That means whatever the circuit components is there, so these all circuit components are built on a single small semiconductor material, so that we call it as chip. So integrated circuits. The first such kind of circuit was developed in 1950 by Texas Instrumentation by the scientist Jack Kilway, and from another Fairchild Semiconductors. Robert Noyce. So these two scientists prepared the semiconductor chip that we call it as integrated circuits. So integrated circuits can be defined. Here is a definition of integrated circuit. A microchip on which thousands and hundreds of electronic components such as resistors, capacitors, and transistors are fabricated. So such kind of microchip we call it as integrated circuit. That means whatever the requirement is there for making the circuit connections by using some kind of electronic components like resistor, capacitor and transistor, so that all are fabricated in a small semiconductor chip, so that is called as integrated circuits. And these ICs are functions as, what are the uses of IC? That means these ICs are functions as an oscillator, amplifier, microprocessor, timers and computer memory. Still there are many applications is there in the modern electronic devices. Everything is made up of integrated circuits. So integrated circuits often classified based on the number of components fabricated on the chip. So those classified into different group of ICs. So one is SSI. Here SSI means small scale integration. Small scale integration. What it means? Here up to 100 electronics components are fabricated on a single chip. That means in a small chip there are about 100 electronic components like resistor, capacitor, transistor are fabricated. That is called as small scale integrations. And next group of ICs is MSI. MSI means this medium scale integrations. Here from 100 to 3000 electronic components are fabricated on a single chip. About 3000 electronic components like resistor, capacitor, transistor, diodes. Then another group is LSI, large scale integration. Here about 3000 to 1 lakh electronic components are fabricated on a single chip. That we call it as large scale integrations. And one more is VLSI. Here VLSI means very large scale integrations. Here we are going to fabricate about 1 lakh to 10 lakh electronic components in a single chip. So one more group is ULSI. ULSI means ultra large scale integrations. Here 1 million electronic components are fabricated on a single chip, so that we call it as ULSI. Here like this we are going to classify a group of ICs by depending on the electronic components fabricated on a chip. So basically there are two main type of integrated circuits. One is monolithic, another one is hybrid. These are the two basic types of integrated circuits. Here we are not going to study about much details about the monolithic and hybrid integrated circuits, but only overview of what is the integrated circuits and what are the advantages, limitations like that. Okay, so totally the integrated circuit is a small electronic chips where all the electronic components are fabricated on a single chip. How they are fabricated? So that is under design of integrated circuit or construction or preparation of integrated circuits. Now let's see what is the advantages of these integrated circuits. Why you have to use these integrated circuits? Okay, so that is advantage. Here the first advantage is smaller size. These integrated circuits are very small about half centimeters to centimeter. These are the pins. Let's see later on different types of integrated circuits. Next advantage is due to processing of large quantity of components, the cost is low. Here, large quantities. These ICs are not prepared single one by one. They are prepared in large quantity. Due to this large quantity of manufacture, the cost becomes very low. The cost is low. They have high reliability. This high reliability is because of these components are fabricated simultaneously and there are no solder joints. Okay. Due to this, these ICs are very high reliable. To obtain better functional characteristics, more complex integrated circuits may be used and hence the performance is improved. Here there is a improved performance is there due to the better functions characteristics of these ICs. There are no interconnection errors. There are no interconnection errors. Temperature difference between parts of circuit is small. Here is small. So these are the important advantages of integrated circuits. Although these integrated circuits are having some limitations, those limitations are listed here. The first limitation is inductors cannot be integrated directly. Inductors cannot be integrated. Capacitors and resistors are limited in maximum use. That means the larger capacitors value cannot be fabricated in a integrated circuits. Up to about 30 picofarad capacitors we can fabricate in a integrated circuit. If you want the more capacitance value, then we have to connect externally with the integrated circuits. And then high grade PNP unit is not possible. And then high frequency response. Is limited. This is because the higher capacitance can't be prepared in integrated circuits. So this is the limitation of high frequency response by the integrated circuits. So these are all about advantage and limitations of the integrated circuits. Okay. In next class we are going to study about two integrated circuits. One is integrated circuit IC 7400 and the other one is IC 555 timer. Okay. Now take the assignment questions. What are integrated circuits? List the advantages and limitations of integrated circuits. Thank you.